What's up, guys? Today, working on 2012 Pro R 600. Let's get after it. So for those that don't know or remember this sled, I've only made like one video on it. And I think that was when I bought it. So this is actually a 2012 Pro R 600. It's been completely gone through. I mean, we're talking shocks revalved, aftermarket springs, all kinds of stuff. Studded up. It's got a bunch of bulkhead and tunnel reinforcements, and come to find out, it actually has a newer style 600 motor in it. But this was a 2012 Iron Dog race sled. It does have cool stuff like iso-vibes on it, things like that. You see, it's kind of weird. They got a battery here, and that is actually primarily for the LED lights that came on it. And it does have a wrap and stuff on it. You can see on the tunnel, it has Velcro. It used to have auxiliary fuel tanks there. I wish it still did. Fortunately, they're gone. It does need a seat cover, but I bought this thing. It was blown up, and I went through, I put new pistons in it and everything. I bought a brand new fresh reman cylinder, and it was the wrong one. I didn't realize that until I had assembled the sled, right? And I was like, oh, okay. I couldn't get the fuel line or fuel rail to go between this cylinder and that cylinder, because the cylinder I bought was correct for 2012. However, this is a 2013 or newer style 600 motor. Revision cylinders, things like that. Bummer, right? But it is what it is. So anyways, went ahead and ordered some new parts. Let's check those out. Okay, the head was all beat up, so I got a nice head. And I have a fresh remanufactured cylinder. And so they fix any damage to it, go through, replate it. This thing is ready to drop in and run. And I did make sure I got the right cylinder for it. So it does. Oh, the casting's on the other side. But anyways, it's the right cylinder. And yeah, so I'm gonna get ahead and start getting busy on this thing. Start putting it together. I did have the other cylinder on briefly, and that is a brand new base gasket. But since I did tighten the cylinder down, I'm gonna go ahead and loosen, or not loosen, but remove that. And I do have another brand new base gasket I'm gonna put on. Honestly, I probably don't need it, but it's better to be safe than sorry, especially when these are like, I don't even remember, 15 bucks, something like that, super cheap. So I'd rather just put a new one in. I'm sure I'm not gonna have any base gasket leaks in the future. And yeah, let's get busy. I'm gonna start throwing some parts on this thing, and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing up and running here pretty soon. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. Throw a cylinder on, torque everything down as far as all the base nuts. That cylinder's never even got tightened all the way. And put ahead some hoses, a bunch of wiring, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It should run. It ran before I tore it apart. It just didn't run on two cylinders very well. So yeah, theoretically, I should be able to slap this side back together, new head, boom, ready to rip. And a couple things like check the chain case oil might be a good idea. But yeah, other than that, I think this thing will be ready to go play on the snow. Oh, I gotta put the steering back together too, to roll that apart so I can get more room, because obviously I'm not gonna replace just one piston. They're both brand freaking new. So I had to tear the steering apart, have enough room, take that cylinder off with the vest and all that. So yeah, enough of me talking though. I'm gonna start putting parts on. Okay, new cylinder is installed. Got both cylinders torqued to spec. Went ahead, transferred all the sensors, head cover, thermostat, and everything to the new head, because the old one was absolutely destroyed. So before I throw this back on though, I'm just gonna let it rest there and start working on where I got hung up last time, and that's installing the fuel injectors and the fuel rail and everything. Because last time I did this, I had mismatched cylinders. Like I said, this is a 2012 Snow Machine, but this is a newer motor. So when I put the 2012 cylinder on here, mixed matched with the newer one, unknown to me, the boss here for the injectors was actually further out on the older cylinder, where on these newer ones, they're more recessed into the cylinder. I don't know what other differences there are between the cylinders, but I do know you cannot mix and match them purely based on that alone, 100% for sure. Don't try it, doesn't work. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the fuel side of this knocked out real quick, and yeah, keep making progress. Okay, fuel rail installed along new O-rings on the fuel injectors and everything, the little green ones that go in the cylinder. So yeah, moving on to looking for my exhaust pipe, and then putting that on, and then the head, and an exhaust valve, and hooking up the steering, air box, hoses, premix fuel, and should be, I guess got to do the oil tank and all electronics. Anyways, progress. All right, guys, went ahead, got the head put on. I got to finish torquing it up. It's just snugged up right now. Got the exhaust white pipe or manifold put on. Took me a little while to find that. Just so happened to work out. A lot of times these O-rings for the cylinders are a little bit small. Well, I had issues with the inner ones around the combustion chamber being too small, so they roll out of the groove. I just took them, wrapped them around this battery, let them sit for 5 minutes. Boom, it actually worked perfect. So now moving forward, I am going to torque down the head. All these bolts, I got to torque them down. Now I'm gonna start hooking up hoses, and yeah, gonna move on from there. Getting pretty freaking pumped. I still got to connect the steering too. That's disconnected. But yeah, getting really excited to fire this thing up, man. Super excited. Now the reason why I'm so excited is it's been a very long time since I actually spent time on newer sled. I used to ride new sleds all the time. I had a bunch of new sleds when I was younger, and I mean, hell, I was riding, you know, Pro RMKs and Assaults and all kinds of stuff when I first started doing YouTube. Before that, I, you know, was always shredding on IQRs, mod sleds, stuff like that. But yeah, so recent years really been into the older sleds, which I do love, and not really selling any of my, I don't know if you want to call them like iconic, but my ones I've had for quite a while. Not selling any of those, but I am really excited to have a newer sled in the fleet to be able to take out and go shred around, especially with Amber going with me, because hopefully, like, she put claim on the Pipe 700, she has for years, but I'm hoping that having a newer sled for her to ride will make it more comfortable for her, and she'll want to go more often with me. So that's my big goal with this sled. And if she's not going riding, I guess who's riding it? This guy. But anyways, back to making progress. Let's go. Okay, exhaust is all in. You know, I'm feeling confident when I put all the springs on it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and throw the air box and all that on. Hook up my plugs, run through some of the wiring, get the exhaust sensor and all that plugged in. I'm gonna put the oil bottle with the ECU and all that stuff on, plugged in. Progress.
All right, come on, let's go already.
I'm going. Let me know when you're recording.
I already am. Hurry up.
Oh, you already recorded?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so I got the Pro R back together. I'm hoping it starts. Yeah, it's gonna be really smooth.
It's gonna start. Go.
There's a lot of oil in it, plus premix, like all kinds of oil everywhere.
Pull it like you mean it, babe. Jeez. Oh. Do it again.
Burn that oil.
It's like the grass on it. Oh, God.
Let them be smoked.
It's gonna get me. Run. Sounds good.
Sounds pretty good, yeah.
Sounds also sad.
It's not. It's so quiet. We can talk over it.
I thought it was good. I thought more. And it's not. like drop down and I'd be like, oh no, where'd you go? It actually worked.
It runs. It's
Oh,
really smoky,
my
but I know
God.
it would be because I use a lot of oil when I put the
You have no
together.
legs.
Yeah. They ain't got no
shit.
legs.
Oh my God. Damn.
It's right.
Woo!
Where am I going?
You're stupid. Get back up. Oh, what have we done? You're gonna trip on something. Oh, goodbye, babe.
All right, that's the end of this video.
Yeah.
4 months.
Fucking
Woo!
nailed it.
See you next time.